And with this, I have a quick fun questions for you. This is like a rapid fire question. So first one is a yay or a nay. Okay, very quick. Skipping hydrating your skin.
No, never.
Nay.
Nahi.
Okay, and in 20 different languages. Is drink-
Nako.
Achhi baat nako.
Na.
Is drinking water enough for hydrating your skin?
You know, very honestly, yes.
Wow, thank you so much for the chair.
सिर्फ एक ही sorry मस्ती कर रही हूँ पर I feel very frankly, you know, I think there are individual skin. Oh, this was not a ye. Sorry, ye or nay.
Yay or nay, yes.
अच्छा, तो I have to keep it very simple, basically.
You want to make it complex? Women are complex.
Can I give a little bit of an answer to this?
Yes.
So I feel that all of us have individual skin needs. All of us over here have either really oily skin or dry skin or combination skin or, you know, different issues with our skin. So I think it's a very individual approach to skincare. Definitely hydrating, consuming healthy food, consuming healthy beverages also contributes to great skin. But there are skincare practices that all of us must do because externally also we are depending on different people's lifestyles. आप धूप में कितना हो? जैसे for me, I am in front of harsh lights quite often, so I need to take care of my skin in a different way. And I think that your lifestyle choices and really good products work very well together hand in hand. So I would say that it's a combination of both.
It's a nay.
I can't choose one, I'll be very honest. I go through phases. I don't know who goes through skincare phases over here. Sometimes gel, sometimes cream. I am also exactly like them. Currently I'm going through a gel phase, so yes.
Okay. So this and that, both. Perfect.
Yes.
12-step routine or a 3-step routine?
What is a 12-step routine?
It's
What
I think the
is-
influencers will be able to tell you.
What is a 12-step routine? Is there a... मुझे नहीं पता 12-step routine क्या होता है कुछ?
उनको ही नहीं मालूम.
इनको भी शायद नहीं लग रहा कि होता है. पहले 12-step routine हम तो नहीं करते. बहुत टाइम जाता है उसमें. I would say 3 यार, मतलब
Yes.
12 steps, बाप रे.
12 is too much.
Too much. मतलब 12 steps में I think the only 12-step routine that I would want to follow is probably a 12-course.
Me? Oh wow. Everyone would love that.
Probably
I
just
think.
that's the only 12-step thing I would want to do.
I'm gonna vote for that.
Yes.
The next one is Hydro Boost water gel or Hydro Boost night cream.
You can't choose now because you need one for the night and then you need one for the day.
So again, both.
But I sometimes also use my night cream in the day. I'll be very honest.
You do that?
I do that sometimes because it has a denser hydration, and on some days when I feel like my skin is a little more dry, I will use the night cream in the day also. Rule breaker.
Wow, we love it. Okay, the last one, glass skin or matte finish.
Huh, there is this full trend now, glass skin wala trend and all. You know, I feel like some of these trends, I'm like, ये क्या skincare के नाम पे कौन से trends चल रहे हैं? No, I would say healthy skin. I'll just pick healthy skin. Health over any of these trends.
Well, thank you so much, Shraddha. It has been an absolute. With her, I would like to invite on stage our moderator, Ms. Komal Upadhyay, Senior Product Manager, Neutrogena. Can we have a round of applause as she joins us? We have with us Mr. Prithvi Gaitonde, Principal Scientist, R&D Skin Health, and Dr. Puneet Saraogi, Chief Dermatologist, MD Gold Medalist. He's practicing in Mumbai.
Hi.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here at the Beauty absolutely with no compromise event. We're very happy to have you guys here. So I'm your moderator for this panel discussion, and today marks a very pivotal moment
Gimbal.
in the history
Hey.
of skincare as we really challenge the status quo.
which has certain trending ingredients कि अगर आपके प्रोडक्ट में ये इंग्रेडिएंट है तो उसका ये बेनिफिट हो सकता है एंड while very frankly while those trends can really convince you even sometimes they can convince the buyer, the consumer, thinking that they will get those benefits, but really how do you know what percentage of which ingredient will address your concern? That is exactly why it's so important to have scientific research done behind the product that you are choosing for your skin, and not just going blindly by what is trending or what is being spoken about on social media. So I feel personally, I leave that to the experts, and I leave that to research to decide for me what my concern is, and then I will pick that product for myself.
Talking about experts, what's your
They will deliver same benefit, right? But it can happen that in the clinical trials you may actually see one performs better than the other. And why is this? It's purely to do with the way they have been formulated in the product, right? It could happen that product Y may have retinol, which is not so stable in the formula, so it loses its efficacy over a period of time. It could also happen that product X may contain boosters, which can enhance the performance of the retinol. So all in all, it is always formula over ingredients. So even if product Y had a higher concentration of retinol, you may still end up seeing that the product X may deliver better efficacy at the end of it.
I'm very tempted to jump in here because with what you were saying is, even if you have somebody who's preparing a dish, okay, the question is, does that person even really know how to cook, if I may add to that example? Because once you know that, then that person knows कि अच्छा इसमें इतना सा ये मसाला जाएगा, इतना ये जाएगा, this masala has these benefits. So oftentimes what I feel is that is a very important question that we should be asking. Is there research behind the formulations that present the existence of the efficacy to be there, as opposed to it just being random ingredients just being added? So to lure, very frankly, to lure and to make it look very, attractive for a consumer to purchase. So it's definitely do you know what you're making, and do you have the expertise to make that?
I think that was for the sunscreen, which are related to the aesthetics of the sunscreen. Like I want it to feel good, feel light, look good, smell good, be lightweight, no white cast. Maybe some of you have answered SPF 50 there, but that's very less in terms of the people who answered on aesthetics. So that brings me to the next rule, right? Like, are we really looking for aesthetics? Or should we be focusing on efficacy of the product over the aesthetics of the product? Aesthetics are really important. They do, of course, play an emotional role, right? When we go to pick a product, you feel more connected to a certain fragrance, to a certain color.
Last thing that I'm thinking about is the packaging. No matter how colorful or pretty or क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मतलब एकदम आकर्षक दिख रहा है, it doesn't matter. The question that we have to be asking is this product going to do what it's supposed to do? Is it going to address the issue that it needs to address? So again, it is over, and it should be beyond the packaging and the aesthetic and the outwardly appearance of the product.
Absolutely. What do you think, Dr. Praneeth?
100%. While aesthetics are important, like all of us want to enjoy our skincare, but they should not be center focused. So on social media, generally we see people put out, oh, it feels nice, it's instantly juicy, it looks dewy, it's lightweight, has no white cast. But isn't the job of a sunscreen to sunscreen you? Have you used it on a holiday and realized that you've had no sun damage or you've had minimum sun damage? Do you know that there are so many filters which break down when exposed to UV light? We don't get into these. These are very complex scientific terms. Media doesn't want to talk about those. So a sunscreen has to sunscreen. That's the main thing. So aesthetics are important.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So as a formulator, I have been involved in developing many skincare brands, right? Skincare products. I've been involved in clinical trials, and I know that while hero ingredients, they are important, but they alone cannot define product efficacy. It is product as a whole, right?